In this video tutorial, I'm going to show you guys how to add products to the Magento page and the correct way to do it and whatnot. So add a product just like this with other images as well, not just one image but multiple images. So the first thing you're going to have to do is just log into your backend by going here and putting your username and password, of course. And then once you're in your backend in Magento, just go to add products, manage products. Now, the first thing before you do this, I have to say, is you have to create a category before you do this. So that's in another video I put out there, but you have to create a category before you put a product in, because the product has to match a category. So let's go ahead and go to catalog and go to manage products right there, and then add product. Just click right there and add product, and then simply just use the default. If you're using like a downloadable product or other stuff, we'll get into that later in other video tutorials, but just use the default for now, just a regular product that you're shipping out or something. So the first thing you're going to have to do is type in all this information for your product. The more information, the better it looks on your product page, and just it's better for the search engines and so on and so forth. So we're going to have to go through some of this. Some of it you don't need, but let me go through it. Test product, description, test product, and what I would do is I would put a good lengthy description on this. Now if you want your descriptions to look even better, what I suggest is go to the WC, what you see is what you get editor. That's what this WYSI thing is. Click on that. This pops up. Click on show hide editor. This makes your products look juicy. So about this product, and you could make this bold. So this is just like any other editor you would have on the web, or like a text Word document. This product, this is a test. So you can make a bunch of these, like just sub bullet points and stuff, a bunch of bullet points of the product. You could also add images, and later on we'll show you how to add videos as well. So I'm going to unbold that. I'm going to submit that. Short description. I'm just going to put this is a test. And the short description typically goes right under the product. Let me show you where it goes. Sorry. Short description typically goes like right there. That's a short description. So you'll see that come up there. So I'll just put this as a test one so you can see that. SKU. It's always a good idea to have a SKU number. You know, when you have inventory and stuff, it's good. Magento by default makes you have this, so it's better to organize it and stuff like that. And the next thing is weight. I'm going to say 1 pound. You can set the product attributes here, meaning like the dates, from what date to what date if you have a date. If you don't, keep it blank, leave it blank, and that's fine. The status here, you could put enabled, so you have to do that in order for you to show this product online. Make sure the status is enabled. URL key, that's just they're going to use this by default. If you want a special URL key, that means this is a URL key. So Julista / whatever, your domain name / whatever, and that helps with search engines as well. Visibility, I like to keep it at catalog search. If you just want people to search for it on your site, that's fine. If you want people just to see it by category, that's fine. If you don't want it to be visible and just have it on your site but it's not visible, you could give people a URL link, then you could put that as well. So that's what that is. Country, sometimes people like to say where it's manufactured and stuff. I tend to leave that blank. So we're done with that first one right there. Then it takes you down to the second one after I press save and continue editing right there. And I'm just going to give it a price. So let's just say $179 for this. Group price is if you have, like, for example, a wholesaler or a retailer and you want to give them group prices, you could do that. I don't have that, so I'm not going to do that. Special price is if you have like a special price, it's Valentine's Day, and you have some kind of special, and this is your regular price right here, $170, and you want to give it to them $169. That's your special price. And then you could have a special price date, like from, one date to another date or whatever. A tier price is if somebody buys more than one product, or 10 products, let's just say you buy 10 and above, the price will be $145. If they buy, let's say, 20 and above, the price goes down to $135 or something like that. So you could have bulk pricing, which is really cool. And the map, this is I'm just going to use it for configuring it. It has to do with URL mapping and stuff. The manufacturer's retail price, you can put what the manufacturer suggests it is. It's really $240. That's what the manufacturer says. Tax class, if you have shipping, put that in there. If it's taxable good, put that in there. We'll explain that later, but that gets configured with your shipping and stuff. Okay, save that. And then there's meta information and stuff. This is really good for the search engines right here. So it's a really good idea to put like all your information about the product. This is a test product. For now, I'm just going to put this. But the more information about the product, the better. You could put it in there. Save that. Images. This is really important to have really good images on your products and stuff. And the more images, the better. I gotta say, like, I've seen a lot of people have like 1 or 2 images, but I'm intrigued by a lot of images myself. So if you could get, like, for example, we have a bunch of images here, and I'm gonna use all of them. So one way to do it is you could select all, and that will import all of them here. Or you could go one by one and just select this one, and then select this one, and then upload it by clicking this upload button here. And there you go, all your products get uploaded. If your products images are huge, you may need to resize it and get like some kind of resizer, or use Photoshop and resize it, because it takes a lot longer for those to upload. Notice it uploaded pretty quickly. The base image, small image, and thumbnail, I tend to keep just by default whatever the first image is, and they're really talking about like this. This could be the thumbnail image, and then the base image is right here, and then the small image is down below right here. This is a small image down there. So that's what they're talking about when these are default, when the radio buttons are clicked on that. And I'm going to save that. And the next important thing, you could skip all this for now. Design is if you have a new design. Gift options, if you have like, if you want this to be like a gift for somebody, or you want to give your customers an option to check out as a gift, this is really cool. And you would have to fill out all this information. It's pretty self-explanatory, but we'll get into this later. And this really helps people create gifts for somebody when it gets shipped out to them. Inventory. This is very, very important. You gotta have inventory for your products. Make sure you have your products. If you have 1 item or 2 items or 3 items, Magento is great because it allows you to, when you're done with the inventory, when somebody bought 2 products, let's just say, it's not going to show that inventory anymore on your site. So people are not buying something and then giving you a bad review because you can't fulfill that order. Okay, so that I keep there. And then stock and ability, I keep in stock for that. And all these rest of it is kind of self-explanatory, like you have a minimum allowed in the shopping cart and so on and so forth. So go ahead and save that, but just make sure you have the quantity, of course, above 1, or it's not going to show, and in stock right there, or it's not going to show. So that's very important. Another important thing is making sure it won't show up on the site if you don't click on the categories. So since this is a ring, I'm going to click on rings. And by the way, you could do multiple categories. You could do rings, and you could do must-haves. You could do 3 or 4. For now, I'm just going to do rings on here. And that's the category it comes in. So remember, before I said you got to make your categories first before you do this. And then there's related products. And you could add related products to this, or upsell products. So when they're checking out, they could upsell to a different product. Cross-sell products is like if you have a camera and you want to cross-sell them with a bag that goes along with that camera. that helps cross-sell it. So sometimes you see like related products right here on the side. You also may be interested in this. This is like your upsell products here as well, and so on and so forth. So that's really cool. You should really play with that. And it gets people to buy more stuff statistically. Product reviews, if you want to add product reviews, you could ask me and I'll make you a video tutorial on how that works. And then another important thing is custom options. Let's say, for example, you have a ring or you have some jewelry or you have like t-shirts and you need it sized. Well, this is really great because you could add sizes to a drop-down menu. So they have all these fields. I use drop-down for this. And you could add like ring size. I'm going to copy that. And I'm going to put one, let's say 4 for the first one. And then they ask you to put a SKU on each of these. And then I'm going to say ring size 5. And then I'm going to put another SKU on that. And the SKU lets you know like what item it is basically in your inventory. And I could keep on going, but I'm not. So that's pretty much it on there. And if I did this correctly, it should show up under rings. So if I go to rings, and I should go to the very last page, so I'm going to go to page 2 on this, and you'll see it right there. It shows up. So notice it says regular price, and it crosses it out, and then it says special price, and then it says as low as blah blah blah. Because I put all those options in there, you don't have to do that, but I just wanted to show you what this thing Magento platform could do for you. Also, you could say buy 10 for blah blah blah. That's because I put the tier pricing on there in general. I'm sorry, in prices. I put these tier pricing on here. If you buy 10 or 20 for this much, you could save that much. The regular price is this. Availability in stock. And again, you see all these different options here when you click through them. So that's why I said it's really good to have, you know, different options. And then here's your sizes. Now, one thing Magento does is it pushes this thing down. If you want, I could help you customize this if you give me a request and put it right here. So you could add the cart like right up here, so it doesn't push this down, because that's kind of weird that they have to kind of scroll down. I don't like that as much. But that's how you make the sizes, these custom options. Like if it's t-shirts or something, you could have custom options there. And these are the details. Remember, I added this right here in the details, so you could add a bunch of details. Also, you could add a video if you want. So there you have it. That's how you add a product. Let me know if you have any other questions. I'm here to help.